common ground after all.
I can multitask.
You decided to take your phone off?
Unless you really have a desire, you can just vote them in. And then we need 9 delegates to the county convention. And basically, if you raise your hand, it's on Saturday, February 17th. This is where they talk the platforms and all of the issues and move on up as delegates up to the state central committee. So we need 9 people on both sides. So pretty much if you volunteer, you get on the list. We put you on the list and they'll talk to you from there. So consider that, because then we can move through that as we then get to the vote. And once we vote, we'll count them out right here. You get to hear what the final results are. We will ask a representative from each candidate to watch it. We will publicly announce what those votes are. And then we have a recorder on this side for Waukee, and I'm the recorder for 5-8 that will punch it in for the Iowa GOP. And by golly, what we announce here publicly better be the same numbers you see tomorrow on the internet or on tonight's TV. Then finally is the platform. The platform is what happens when people write their ideas and what should be in or not in the platform. So if you don't like a particular issue...
All righty, what's going on, folks? Appreciate the pull up. Today is the day the Republicans get everything started, and they are in the process of caucusing right now in Iowa. We're gonna highlight them real quick. Let me put this fair banner use up real quick. Yeah, no, gotta get that up there, right? Let's highlight them real quick.
So let's see, we got 2 minutes left.
Turn it up. They are actually starting the voting process.
All right, we're going to start in 2 minutes. We said we start on time, on budget, and on time. That sounds like a good Republican, doesn't it? Conservative Republican. So we're going to do that here in just a couple of minutes. And let's see. I think that's what I've got. My name's Terry Rich. I'm the site captain here on the Central Committee for Dallas County. I used to run the lottery, so if anybody wanted the number, it's 23 when you go home. Hey, I can play now that I don't work for him. I played for the last 3 years, and I won all of $48. I mean, it was nothing. I cuss it just as much as you guys do.
Let us watch as they begin the political process that makes the United States so great. What's going on, Hooded One? Appreciate the pull up, yo. Sorry about that.
Oh, I also need to say the bathrooms are out here in the hall. I should say that.
Man, thank y'all for pulling up. 7 people in the building already. Yes, we are just watching.
Hey, everybody said no one's coming out tonight. Hey, this is fun. 7 o'clock, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Iowa CausCUS. Yeah. This is the Republican Iowa CausCUS for the precincts here in Dallas County, Waukee 2 and 5-8. Your friends and neighbors here tonight to help us decide and help tell the world our choices. Now, this is a straw poll, a little different than what we'll do in June when we actually do a primary. This is a straw poll for you to write down in secret who your candidate is, and it really is pretty non-stressful and fun. We're going to try to make it as efficient as possible. So, let's begin. As we do, ladies and gentlemen, the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please rise?
Yes.
I pledge
Oh,
allegiance
heart in
to
the
the flag
building, man. We got
of the
some folks
United
in the
States of
building.
America
Yes is in the
and
Yes, I
to
will
the
do
building.
that, Chuck. No
republic
problem.
for which it
D Love,
stands, one nation,
you
under God, indivisible,
Deacon.
with liberty and justice for
Bud in the
all.
building. I'm
Please keep
sorry,
standing and
Bud.
bow your heads
Sorry, man.
for
I
a
didn't mean
short
to say.
prayer. Dear God, thank you for gathering our friends, our neighbors tonight in a very important caucus as we help elect the President of the United States. We remember those in Perry who are suffering tonight. These are our neighbors and friends too. And we hope that you will help us make the right decisions in helping the
Appreciate you,
future
Hood.
of the United
Appreciate you,
States,
man. Yeah, we, trying to
and
get a little bit
to
more
help all
educated
those
on the
around the world
political process.
for peace and prosperity.
My thing is, why are they
Thank you
praying,
again.
man? They're supposed to
Amen.
keep this stuff separate, ain't it?
Okay.
But
I've got three folks going to talk right now from different candidates. So these are your presidential candidates, these are your friends, these are your neighbors who are going to talk to you. You've all heard the national candidates talk on TV, but this is kind of the local flavor we get today, which is kind of fun. And again, we
oh,
really
thank you
thank you
for
for coming out
watching. I
tonight.
appreciate it, D.
I'm going to start. This is our timer. When
About
he
to
stands
carve about this
up,
political
you
and
have to
get some
quit
of this
talking because
grifting
I'm
money.
speaking for whoever. So let's get started. These are all folks that are part of the Dallas County group. I'm going to first
Man,
start out with Brandon Porter.
you
He's
know they
going to
don't
talk
believe in
about the
history,
men
man.
who
You
are
know they
on the
don't believe in
sway.
history,
Come on
man.
up,
It's
man.
only the now. It's only what makes it right.
Okay, so my children go to
But
this.
this is an important part of the process, and we need to all learn it.
Nice and close.
I know we're not necessarily in Iowa, but we need to learn our
So
each
I'm just going to
individual
read what
states, and Iowa is just the
from
case
today's
reference. So
speech. In a country full of lies, I'm asking you to say
man, I
the
see.
truth.
Yeah, I know, man.
With that,
Too many people think
isn't a
that,
politician, he's a successful businessman.
but then they
He has a
swear up and down you
corporation
can
government
practice any
that reports
religion
to
you want.
the people of this country.
You can, but
If
I'm
there's
just
one
saying,
candidate who knows how to actually shut down the deep state, it's
the deep state. Come on,
so
man.
they will use our own military to secure our own borders,
Ah,
not someone
man,
else's.
we are
To
so
abandon the war in the right to
uninformed. I didn't realize how
protect
uninformed
it.
America was.
He'll shut down government agencies like the U.S. Department of Education and return the money to parents across this country. He'll restore secure elections in America. He'll make Election Day a national holiday and require a single-day voting with paper ballots.
Now I ain't going that far, but I
Voting rights
do think
and
we
equal rights
should
to sold
have a national voting holiday. Why not use President's Day?
I know that many of
Why
you
not
tonight
use
are probably
President's
thinking
Day?
about
That would
voting
be
for
the
Donald Trump.
best voting
I'm
holiday
asking you to
ever.
open
It
your
would it
eyes
would make
and
sense,
wonder
wouldn't
if
it?
you still
President's Day.
want to let Donald J. Trump anywhere near
No,
the White
no, we
House.
got to stay in 1776.
Vivek has shown more respect to Trump
That's
than
kind of
anyone.
the thing. I'm
He's the
sorry,
only
I'm
candidate
interrupting.
who's pledged to
Sorry.
remove his name from the ballots in Maine and Colorado. The other GOP candidates have been silent on this, which is unacceptable.
Yeah, why
Where
not? You
America's
know what I'm
first vote
saying?
cannot end
Why
with
not
Donald Trump,
make President's Day?
don't fall for their tricks.
Seems like it would fit. They
Today
give
is
we
our
so
last chance
stupid,
to
man.
make sure America First outlives Trump. I know it
Wow.
may
They
feel
said the pledge of
uncomfortable for you to
allegiance to
switch
the
your
church.
vote from
You
Trump
wouldn't
to
think
faith tonight, but I'm asking you to do it
that
for a
kind of
reason.
irks me a little bit.
Open your eyes.
When they say God
See
bless
the
America.
truth
Why
for
not
yourself.
God bless
If
the
you
world?
want to save
We
this
bless the
country
world. We ain't got to worry about America
and to
being blessed.
save
We all
Trump,
covered under the
then
world.
Vivek is the only
We
way.
shut up, man. That's why it's the process. I'm
Vivek is
sorry.
the only candidate in this race who's had the courage to oppose the CO2 pipeline here in
Seems
Iowa,
like they're
to
advocating
publicly
for their.
oppose the climate change goal, to commit to
Can't really
fire
hear.
peaceful January 6th protesters on day one. If you want someone who's going to speak truth to power, vote for the man who will speak truth to you. Now, this is from me. So he understands that we cannot heal this nation without a moral revolution. Our children need to find center again. I saw many young people at Vivek's speeches. They were very excited by him.
LC, they're not
Vivek
coming
is a
out. It's
great
too
example.
cold. I love
He
it.
bravely
I'm
is
going there.
struggling. He inspires excellence in others. He's a
I
role
think it is
model that children
noise,
need.
but I don't think it's. I don't know
Do the
about
right thing for
the rest of
America.
Iowa, but I
If
know
we
some
do,
people
then
out
our
there
best
in
days
Illinois.
can actually be ahead of us. Join me tonight in voting for Vivek Ramaswamy, the next president of the United
Hey
States.
man, as long as you're American.
Thank you. cheering and jeering. Thank you. That's very important. Okay, let's go next. Let's go with Ron DeSantis by Kyle Brock. Kyle, come on out. And yes, Kyle.
Okay, so hold on for a sec. So now I'm starting to get this caucus thing. So they are literally advocating for their said candidate. The first one was Donald Trump, of course. This one is Ron DeSantis. And the next one will be Nikki Haley and so on and so forth. Whereas in a primary, you just go in and vote, which, I mean, you know, I think it's just a little bit more convenient and faster. I think by now you should already know who you're going to vote for in a primary. But I guess you just basically advocate for said candidate. But let's continue. Sorry about that.
Thanks very much. Good evening. So this election, what's important about this election to me is protecting freedom and defending our Constitution the way it was intended to be and restoring the American dream.
I'm sorry, what up,
The
Bill?
only way we're going to do that is if we have disciplined fiscal policy and we have a strong and powerful foreign policy, and then we realign the role of the federal government so that it's at the right place where it needs to be and not in our
What's going on, Danica? Happy New Year to you. Appreciate the pull
So
up.
we, honestly, as Republicans, we have a pretty good shot this year because we have, this election cycle, we have some pretty good choices. We got several leaders that say they want to do those.
And yes, guys, please go and
But I'll tell you, what's also extremely
you
important
can always
is
drop
that we have a strong and unwavering leader that is going to unify this nation. And we need that now. We don't need that in 4 years from now. We need that now. The division in this country is weakening us immensely, and that weakening is going to continue and continue. And we need to
on the
do
building.
something to
Thank you.
unify that as we go. We'll never move
Watching
forward as a
history
free
being made was the most important election of our lifetime, like the
So
next.
Governor DeSantis is the only candidate that's delivered 100% on his promises. He shares the same conservative values as Iowans, and most importantly, he has the character and the resolve it takes to unify people around his optimistic vision for the future. He doesn't emulate Donald Trump like the commercials say he does. He emulates who is no doubt and clearly in my mind the greatest president of my time, and that's Ronald Reagan. And he did a lot of those same things, so it worked out pretty well for us. So the more I get to know about Governor DeSantis, the more optimistic I am about his ability to make this happen. His integrity, character, and resolve are second to none in this election. Trump is a strong leader. Yeah, he sure is. You can tell that by looking at his the dedication of his followers. But when the going gets tough and we got into uncharted waters during the pandemic, DeSantis did not take a back seat to Fauci. He did not hand out free money. Instead, what he did was he kept Florida open, and he kept them free, and he kept them prosperous through strong leadership. So yeah, Governor DeSantis.
Ooh, he just brought in the pandemic on him. Uh-oh. I want to say DeSantis was, this is just my opinion. I'm stating my opinion. I don't want to say DeSantis was better, but wow. Yeah, I don't think DeSantis was better at it. I think more, I don't know. I can't remember. I think Florida had a high death rate too, though. But he kept the state open, where Trump, kind of shut down. But, let's get back to this. But he brought in the pandemic. Interesting twist. You know how some of these people feel about that pandemic, boy.
DeSantis is the one candidate who has proven that he's got unwavering leadership in the face of really strong headwinds. In short, a vote tonight for Governor DeSantis is a vote to ensure that we have a campaign that talks about values and talks about issues, and not about lawsuits and scandals. As unfair as those things are, and I do think they're unfair, but that's still not the conversation that's going to get us back on track. Those conversations aren't going to help do that at all. Your vote for Governor DeSantis is a vote to ensure victory in the general election.
Okay, good to know, Jack. Thank you.
And
I'm not sure what I can
a
do,
vote
but
for
I'll
freedom
see what I
for a
can do.
unified and strong United States of America. So please vote for Ron DeSantis.
Thank you. Thanks, Kyle. Again, all these are local residents. This is almost let them fight amongst themselves. They were all friends. Back here's a good friend who also works on the Central
No, it's on my back. I
He
made sure
says
of
I'm
that.
voting for Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kevin Aerosmith.
Okay, sorry about that. Thanks, guys.
Had a prepared speech that I could read to you here tonight, but instead I've decided to just keep this brief and ask you to stand with Trump. I'm just going to go over some things that I think is important to share with everyone. A lot of people ask me, Kevin Aerosmith, why do you support Donald J. Trump?
Oh my God, why do you?
Back in 1988, I read a book written by Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal.
He did write
At
it,
that time, I became
but you know,
quite
I
a
don't
fan of Donald Trump's negotiation skills and his talents. When he was president, I think we can all see how important that was to negotiate with leaders on the world scene. North Korea, Russia, China. I think we're all here tonight because we're very concerned about the world scene, our world economy, the border crisis.
Man, it is 10 people up
Something
in here.
that
Thank y'all,
affects all
man.
Iowans is the
Make the
fentanyl
moron
crisis.
feel a little bit smarter.
And I think we can all agree the current presidential administration isn't doing a very good job. Iowa stands at the crossroads, I-35, I-80. The fentanyl's coming in from the border. And when Donald Trump was president, we didn't have the border crisis that we have now. He was being tough on the border, and he was supportive of the border security there. I just don't see that right now, standing here and walking the aisle. The economy is
High
important.
blood pressure.
All of us are maybe working 2 jobs to make ends meet right now.
The paranoid narcissist evil genius.
And
What- He
it's
might
really
be
tough.
watching in the
I
clouds.
see a
Where
lot
that
of
part
people
be at?
struggling right now. I throw this out. Donald Trump Jr. the other day, he talked about taking his family to
So
McDonald's.
what he talked about then is the border crisis. There,
You know,
he's
that's almost like
advocating
going
for
to a
Trump for the
steakhouse.
people
Actually, that'd be
vote for
more
Trump.
right now, the way the prices are.
So you know he's giving
Is it affecting farmers?
opinion on the
Is it
border.
affecting our economy here in Iowa? Energy independence. I'm sure we all pay a little bit more at the gas pump these days. I know it's dropped a little bit recently, but it's still a lot higher during the Biden administration.
You know that I'm this gas stuff, and not saying that presidents can't affect it, but they can't directly affect it like that because they're not in charge of OPEC, which is the conglomerate that controls the oil over in Saudi Arabia. So and then the gas is coming down. It was like $2.99 close to downtown Atlanta. So that's close to downtown Atlanta. That's kind of good. That ain't kind of good. That is good. But nevertheless, let's continue. I'm sorry.
Versus the Trump administration. And I'm not an economist, but you know, when fuel prices go up, transportation costs go up, everything goes up, and that affects all of us in our pocketbooks. And so I'd like to end tonight by just asking you to stand with Donald J. Trump. Give him another 4 years. He's got 4 years to do the job, and I know he can do it. And he's got a great staff. He's got great economists. And I just ask you to stand with Trump and cast your vote for Trump tonight.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kevin Aerosmith, former President Trump. Hey, guess what? We found another billfold, so let me give that out real quick. It is Amy Crittenbrink. I get a Quick Trip card, a MasterCard. Are you here? Quick, Amy? Okay, come on out. And how about a big hand for Amy? Thank you. We just made your night. I would hate to lose my stuff, man. So I love my hat out here for the United States of America. What we're doing tonight is for candidates for the United States of America. And now your next speaker, I'm going to wear a different hat, is for Nikki Haley. And my name is Terry Rich.
Right, let me get bigger.
How about that? You know what?
Watch
I was a Trumper in
it.
15,
Watch
kind of
it.
helped in 20.
I can't call.
And I gotta tell you, all GOP candidates are
I
better
appreciate that. You're making me smarter.
than the current president we have, President Biden, right? We gotta thank all of the candidates for coming in and talking to us. I really like variety. I'm one for trying to look forward. I haven't committed until just to now, and I chose Nikki because of her personality background, and as you look at the polls, I see, I like being a winner. You know, I work for the lottery, and I think she's the winner in the general election. I think Trump's going to win probably tonight. I think maybe a little bit less, but that's my prediction. She holds on to her personal beliefs to support the Republican platforms. Yes, she doesn't seem to hate half the country.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really big into I want everybody to get along.
You know, I like
President has to represent everybody, listen to
I would
everybody,
much rather have
and have their own
Republicans
personal beliefs.
than
Nikki has the beliefs of the Republican Party.
Any day.
And
Any day.
whoever thought 10 years ago we may be electing
What up, Brian?
and the Republicans could elect a woman as president before the Democrats. So tonight, I have this time for a Republican woman, the intelligence, knowledge, to unite America, move us forward, bring us in votes from both sides. That's the big thing for me.
Not touching that.
One that my wife, my daughter, my granddaughters who go to this school can admire. Now, I like that she, even in the debates, they get to argue, she doesn't put down the other side personally. She seems to speak from the heart. She doesn't read from a teleprompter someone else has written the information to tell her what to say. She listens to everyone. She has a strong belief in her own way, but yet she listens to the other side. I like that. Remember, your vote is secret tonight, whatever you want to vote. If you want your vote to count, I think the second and third place is going to be big, because then we have an election. And if we have a little competition anyway, we keep the focus on Republicans and listening to all the different views, because we got to be inclusive in our Republican Party with multi-view candidates. So it's time to bring new, young ideas. Let's win the presidency. We win the presidency, we win senators, we win representatives, we win locals. Let's respect all of the candidates, including Trump, because I was a Trump supporter. Let's give our respect to them and help them all. Please cast your ballot for Nikki Haley tonight. It's your vote. Thanks. Okay, so now you've heard from the candidates. I don't see any actual candidates showing up. So let's do this. We are going to split off, and the reason we kind of need to do this is our parking lot is completely full, the street is completely full. I may be having to explain to the chief of police not to write tickets, or at least be a little leniency. Let's hope the judge is a Republican. That was a joke. That was a joke.
This seems almost calm and mild. Like, why can't most political discussions be like this? And you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to talk. I guess they're all Republicans, so it's no resistance to anything. So it's just weird. It's not weird. It's just different. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like we should be able to do this with Democrats and Republicans, even though we might not agree.
That was a joke. And let's divide into the precincts. We're going to elect the chair and the secretary. So stay with Joaquin. We're going to do this quickly, hopefully. And then we're going to vote. We'll get you out of here, and that's all we have left to do tonight. Again, I have to say thank you. I'm going to get off the mic, and we're going to be shouting for the representatives. We're going to try to do this quickly. So thank you for doing that. Thanks to our timekeeper, wherever he is, Dennis Monsanger. How about a hand for the timekeeper? On time and on budget for the public budget. Okay, so
just a few.
Because we want representation from our area, right? And that's what this is all about. So if you've got some time, it's worth trying and taking work. So thank you for that. Okay, that's the Elegance Alderman Central Committee. Finally, the platform. If you don't like a certain issue in the Republican Party, be sure you fill out one of the blank sheets over there. Just put your name on it and say, I don't like right to life, or I don't like abortion, or I want to get rid of the border, or whatever you have, something you'd like to have in our platform. Fill one of those out, and then just give those to me or Dennis.
D,
we will take those up through the county convention, and you might have a say.
I wouldn't want
platform.
everybody to agree with everything I said. I want a little bit of resistance. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I ain't crazy. Okay, now see it from a different, like, I understand why you coming.
And so
maybe I can adjust it. Everybody,
So it is
I ain't never
important
have
if you got
nobody
something
always
you don't
agree
like,
with me,
put it
but
down,
they
give it to
do.
me.
Might
I'll
be
give it to Dennis when we're all said and done. The final thing is what we call the Lincoln Act. We have to pay as the Republicans, we don't go out and solicit a lot of money for taxes.
Might have missed anything. I'm sorry, yo.
So we pass this act, we can get $25, we stick some cash in here to help us pay for paperwork, all of the things that we have. So let me start that around. Oh, and if you donate, I know somebody's gonna do this, if you donate 25 or more, we gotta know your name, so there's a piece of paper, put your name on it. Or if you write a check, then we got your name and address, that's easy. If you help us out, if there's anything extra, we give it either to the candidate, or we buy direct mail, so you get a piece of luck, rather than what you just got from the president. You get a piece of luck, so show all.
MCAS. We got Benny Johnson. He's like the number 2 grifter, yo. Pause this real quick. This might be a good one right here. This live. He's like the 3rd grifter, but this guy Benny Johnson right here, man, the ultimate grifter next to Trump. Like, he's very good at it. Very good at it. But nevertheless.
That's great. This is such a school ball. So, yeah, if you're interested in one of the positions, Dennis is the guy. He's been on the set committee, he's been a delegate. So you go over and talk to him, give your name and stuff, he'll just put it down and they'll call you and you can make the decision at that point too. Any other questions? If not, go ahead and fill out your ballot. Remember, they are confidential, so just fold them over. Look at this. We got an official piping brown paper bag to put your ballot in. But what if we're fairway people? What if we're fairway people? Scratch out, pipe in, put it in.
I got a picture of that just for
Yeah.
You have it says ballot on it? That's classic.
Yeah, if you want to take pictures when you vote.
Great.
If you've lost a ballot, you
That
can't
is
vote.
classic.
You see this? You see this?
Yeah, that's too much.
Anybody need a pen? Get your pen.
That's for our ballots, right? I'm going to sign up for that delegate. Right here.
I'll be done. She's done here. So
There you go.
thank you, sir.
I'm going to the
official ballot box.
Yeah.
Sir, it says ballots on it. Quite miserably, I have to read them.
Sorry about that.
Can't be this can't be
Vivek, who's joined us from the county. Yeah. Okay, has anybody seen my phone? There it is.
One more? Thank you. It's like, fold it up.
time going back to Iowa to visit family farms. Sherry and I have been there once before. It's amazing. In Sandy, across the street.
So our grandfathers, drug brothers. All right, yeah, we'll have to talk.
Yes.
All right, very good.
I thought you were going to talk. Huh? I thought you were going to talk.
Right now. So we need a representative from Quebec, representative from DeSantis, representative from Haley, and a representative from Trump to watch the votes, and we will count. Are there any more votes for 5 and 8? Bring it up. Or Murder holds your peace. 5, 8 votes are in. Come on, Dennis, let's do it. The votes will be posted online. Nikki will do it. I would GOP.
Do they expect millions and millions of people to do that? So, this is just one of the caucus sites. There are several throughout Iowa, of course. But it's done like every precinct does this, basically. And you meet at a caucus location, anywhere from a church to like a school, something like that, as you can see in the gymnasium. But hold on, I want to see. I'm sure they're not going to have all the results in the next hour, but we can watch some. Let's see what the political right side is saying about this right now. We're going
On December 14th, 2012,
a minute, but this is Right Side Broad.
my 7-year-old son Daniel was shot to death in his first grade classroom at Sandy Hook Elementary.
That should be getting paid for that commercial by RBR Sting.
President Trump is absolutely crushing it. Let's go over some of the numbers, and I apologize if they're duplicating what we just heard from Vanessa, but as
we'll go a little deeper.
We'll go a little deeper.
This channel right here is.
So this is coming from the Iowa
caucus.
GOP. There's about, it looks like 5 or 6 counties that have already reported. And thus far, Donald Trump has 74.6% of the votes counted. That obviously is just what's been counted thus far. So for the votes, Ron DeSantis has 49. Donald Trump has 238. Ramaswamy has 13. Chris Christie has 1. Nikki Haley has 17. We'll go through by precinct. So, for example, in the Benton-Huron area, you've got 10 votes for Ron DeSantis, 3 for Nikki Haley, and 40 for Donald Trump. In the Tama precinct, you've got 8 for Ron DeSantis, 3 for Haley, 2 for Ramaswamy, 55 for Donald Trump.
See if you can find some of the bigger ones. I know that there's 99 counties, by the way, so this is
here's one with 90.
Small.
Okay, so here's one. It says Larchwood is the precinct. Ron DeSantis has 11. Haley has 8. Chris Christie has 1. Donald Trump has 65. Ramaswamy has 5.
Okay, so these are smaller caucus totals, but this is kind of what you're going to see across all of these counties, and so when some of these bigger ones get reported. That's very interesting that what's been reported right now.
He's got a very commanding lead.
If you statistically hold that percentage of victory or margins across the other 94 counties or 93 counties that's remaining, that's going to be a pretty big.
That's going to be a nice little victory.
Nice little victory there. And it could be over, relatively quickly, sitting at
That's what it looks like. And if you look at the counties that are coming in, I don't know if we have the map or not, but they're all across the state. It's not like it's concentrated in one particularly MAGA part of the state. It literally goes. It's like a line that goes from the northwest corner down to the southeast corner of the state, and it's sprinkled in there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how that keeps going.
There's a lot of votes left to be counted. So this is just the first look.
But you figure we're 32 minutes into it, and I would imagine that just about every 10, 15 minutes, another batch of sites will be concluded, and those results will be kicked down. We'll continue to monitor that. Before we went to Vanessa, I was talking about Speaker Johnson and just what is in the future in Congress right now, and now that our margin of majority is so slim that we said this earlier, there is no wiggle room at all that Republicans have in order to if you want to meet with him real quick, go over some numbers. I'll do this.
But yes, and that I'm glad I'm gonna pose it right on that note. When the MAGA folks talk about Donald Trump being the only one who can save or restore this country, it seems as though they forget that this country was set up with 3 branches of government, not just one, not just the executive, but we have a legislative branch and and then a judicial branch and the executive branch, which is the presidency, of course. So how can Donald Trump save the country? And he's one man. Just like dude was saying, they got a slim majority in the House. So they're gonna have to be crisp. They can't really lose one vote there. I think it's like a two majority vote. So they only have 2 people that can help them. I mean, they only over 2 Republicans compared to the Democrats. But so when they say that Donald Trump is the only one that can save this country, it's like literally a lie, or they're misinformed, because our country's not set up for one man to either destroy it or save it. It's going to have to be like almost a coup or a conspiracy with all these people. But hold on, we're going to switch it over here real quick because I want to see. This is like the nerd bowl right here.
What I ordered versus what I got.
And
I
should I
ordered
be getting paid for this
hot and
commercial?
savory as a
Real
healthy,
quick
quick
You guys
alternative
think I
for my
should be getting
lunch.
paid for this
This way,
commercial
I'm eating
by
healthier,
RBO
no
Standard
longer reaching for unhealthy snacks.
I'm a big fan of Dr. Ben Carson. I think he's been a tremendous asset to our movement. He's a really great man. I think Vivek certainly should be considered, but I do believe that President Trump has made up his mind, and we'll probably
who is it?
We'll probably find out that sooner than later. And this primary should wrap up sooner than later, because Joe Biden just posted his financials that he raised this last quarter, $117 million. He gets to save all of his money and prepare for the general election. This primary so far, $250 million has been spent, and look at that margin right now. And so we are just blowing money that we need in November, and so we need some of these jokers to drop out, and so we can take the fight to Joe Biden.
Man, you're so right. This was a spectacular waste of money. I mean, it's going to be this. If they're going to call it in like 29
best
seconds.
In the game. I'm gonna say one of the best scripters in the game right here.
Well, how much money was spending?
I mean, man, he
was talking
knows
about
how
on the leaked audio, right? Like when he didn't know he was live. Well,
he knows how to pull out the angst and the ears of the MAGA folks. And man,
$99 million.
Plays it like
he's got
I gotta give it to him. I can't hate.
Do you work for Trump's campaign? I do not work for Trump's campaign, but I am close with most of the folks over there. Been blessed to become friends with the president. I'm excited to see him in a few minutes here. He's going to be in great spirits and a great mood.
I do want to.
Ryan Binkley has 2 votes now. I just
yes,
want to mention
but I do want
doubled his count.
So I do need to point out while you may be upset that Ron spent all of that money, when Bloomberg was running and everyone in the country was laughing, and he spent $500 million doing it. Just understand, he spent a lot of that money on YouTube channels that hated him, and so congratulations funding the people who spread the message that you suck.
Yeah.
So understand, when these people are spending money, it's great for the cultural ecosystem. What they're trying to do is that campaigns like DeSantis, I don't know if he's buying ads in social media the way Bloomberg was doing, but they're trying to counter the message of people who are saying Bloomberg sucks. It doesn't work. So all he ends up doing is giving money to people who hate him to make more shows about why he's
They're
bad.
gonna be all right.
So it doesn't
They're
really
gonna
work
be
the way they
all
want.
right.
Congratulations on wasting that money.
Remember, all
Is
politics
DeSantis,
is
what's he
local.
spending the $99 million on? Is it TV commercials?
And then there's gonna be a lot of people who've kind
So
of
he
stopped
had
him from what he's
for
trying
months
to do.
he was saying
So
we're going to
if
win.
they don't agree with him, and that
please
actually
find this
gonna
clip.
go
You
just
got to
like
show
with
your
the
audience this
wall.
clip.
He
They
didn't
say,
get
Ron,
funding. He had
how do you
to,
pronounce your last name? Is it
do all the technical
DeSantis
stuff,
or
and he still only got
DeSantis? And he goes,
51 miles.
it's pronounced winner.
So,
You got to find this clip. You got to find this clip.
Got him.
Hey, can I ask something?
It's
But
pronounced
y'all notice
winner.
how it's all kind
As
of
someone who's been watching
the
online and chuckling to myself, what was it
I
that?
won't say douchebags, but yeah, can y'all? I mean, like these dudes, none of I won't. I don't know, man. You know, it's like a nerd fest. Not that nerds are bad or anything, but it's kind of like the I'm better than you, Brad type cats. All of these dudes, man. This is crazy.
Do you live in Florida?
I do.
So what was it that like sent you over the edge with the Team DeSantis?
I think how
because nobody goes harder than you.
well, they certainly were a lot of fun to spar with early on, just because as a professional Twitter troll, I try to get under people's skin. And the second you
Professional Twitter troll.
once
Ooh,
somebody
I need to
shows
start
that
following
their
this
skin
guy.
is has been breached, you just keep pressing in and you press in, and so it just becomes a lot of fun. And so they reacted to everything. We tried to bait them into fights that weren't important, and then they spend days and days on a news cycle that was completely irrelevant to the campaign. And they couldn't help themselves. They engaged every single time. They fought on every single issue.
And he just said he doesn't work for Trump. Come on, man. Then you say you're a professional troll. And you're trolling Ron DeSantis. Who you trolling him for? Not yourself. Come on, buddy. Come on, pals. See what I'm saying? No. See what I'm saying? They douchebags, man. Come on, just be real.
I think Tim pointed out a really important one. He said, the
I had to
AI
do
fight.
a little video
So
about this.
they get caught making a video with Dr. Fauci.
I
and
ain't
Donald
gonna
Trump
lie. I'm
talking
trying to
with
get like
AI.
these dudes though, but on
Incredibly
the
shady.
I want to be in
And
the
Tim
middle.
Pool called him
I want
out.
to
Senator
question
J.D.
both
Vance
sides.
called him
I
out.
think if
Josh
I
Hawley
question
called it
both
out.
sides, I
They
will
said-
always
and
have
then their response is, well,
something to
Donald
say,
Trump
right?
shared this meme of Ron DeSantis riding a
Oh,
rhinoceros. It's basically the same thing. And they die on their hills. They refuse to say I was wrong, and they just push in and push in. And
Let's go
we
back
got good
to
news.
the folks, like to the real folks.
If you're tired of spending a ton on all your streaming services,
I gotta
then
get that
welcome to
premium,
Philo.
honey.
Say goodbye
You
to
getting me
cable
with these
boxes.
commercials, buddy? Somebody making the money, not me. Oh, has it ended? It might have ended.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Everybody fine? 33 for Trump.
You're a good counter.
All right, we're going for Nikki Haley now.
She came in third.
And anyone can ask for a recount on this if you want a second.
Hold on. I gotta stop.
Everybody
this
okay
real
with
quick.
the
I gotta
first three
read
so
this
far?
LC.
They were good. That's why we're doing
We about
it.
to highlight this comment right here, LC. Because, man, hold on a second. Now, LC says, to someone not from the U.S., Trump is like the living representation of the American dream. Born rich. First and foremost, that's not the American. Well, I mean, I guess it is the American dream to be born rich. But the American dream is to be born with nothing and to make something out of that. And you can't fail upward. Chubby, the porn stars, the wig, and the trophy. Right? What you saying about America, LC? Hold on a second. Now, let me stop. But I understand what you're saying. But he is definitely not the poster boy for America, in my opinion, being an American. When I think of America, I think no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've been through, like even how many times, I won't say prosecuted, but almost in a sense prosecuted, you can still make something of yourself. Like, I don't think you have that luxury in a lot of other countries. But to each his own. We ain't disagreeing with you, but yeah, he's, in my opinion, he's not the representation of the American dream. I think he's the representation of what America has become, the American loophole almost in a sense. But I just had to highlight that one. Appreciate that comment though. I like that one. Getting different perspectives. Let's get back to the video real. Jimmy Clip. Read some more of these comments.
Absolutely. Nikki Haley.
Just go slow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That was a good one, though, Elsie.
11.
I will say that. That's a good one. The wigs.
12.
He said the wigs.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
They all just standing around looking. Ooh.
22, 23, 24, 25.
25. Anybody ask for a recount? 25 for Haley.
Ooh.
Okay, so the official time I'm going to report to the GOP is Vivek 6, DeSantis 26, Trump 33, and Haley 55.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Uh-oh, that's a little different. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you better be careful. Uh-oh, this This could be down to the wire. Uh-oh.
Just put them together if you have a rubber band. If not,
oh man.
we've just certified that.
Oh, guys. I have lobster on our hands.
So let's give him the microphone. You want to do that? Can you do that? All right, we got 1 Ron DeSantis, 2 Trump, 1 Vivek. Here you go.
Vivek. Nikki Haley.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Donald Trump. Nikki Haley. Vivek. DeSantis. DeSantis.
Crack? I don't think he needs crack. Maybe some
Trump.
weed.
Trump. Haley. DeSantis. Trump. Vivek. Trump. Haley. DeSantis. Haley. Vivek. Haley. DeSantis. Haley. Donald Trump. Vivek. Trump. DeSantis. Vivek. Trump. DeSantis. Vivek. DeSantis. Vivek. Trump. DeSantis. Trump. Haley. DeSantis. Haley. Trump. Vivek.
Hey, one thing. So we're going to start. Oh, you've got some more. Keep going until you're in.
Oh, we got a lot more.
And then shake it out at the end and make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Haley. DeSantis. Trump. Vivek.
No wilding in the chat.
Vivek. Trump.
You're a lot of people, Pookie. You're a lot of people.
Haley. Trump. Haley. Trump, DeSantis, Trump, Nikki Haley.
That's what we're gonna say to RBR when it gets. You a lot of people, Pook. You a lot of people.
Haley. 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 Donald Trump. 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 Nikki Haley. DeSantis. Nikki Haley. Trump. DeSantis. Trump. DeSantis. DeSantis. Trump. Vivek. Nikki Haley. DeSantis. Trump. 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 Nikki Haley. Haley.
I ain't been hearing DeSantis too much lately.
Nikki Haley. Trump. Nikki Haley. Vivek. Ron DeSantis.
Okay, they go DeSantis.
DeSantis. Haley. Haley.
And that dude is the living embodiment of Stink Meter off the Boondocks. I don't know who he is. Look up Stink Meter on the Boondocks.
Trump.
That's RBR, man. I thought I'd never seen. Somebody must have knew him for real to come up with that character.
DeSantis.
They had to.
Trump. DeSantis. Vivek. Trump.
Come on, y'all, hurry up. No, let me stop. Hurry it up.
DeSantis. Trump.
We technically.
Trump. Trump. Trump.
Okay, his hat says Trump.
Trump.
Caucus.
Trump.
And hers says it's.
Trump. Trump. Vivek.
So they might be in on the take, y'all. No, I'm just.
Trump. Trump. And I wonder if her bag has an end to it here. Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley. Trump. Vivek. Haley. Trump. Trump.
And his hair.
The end is near, she says.
Oh, don't be saying that.
I don't know. Trump.
I don't know why he hates me so much. This conversation.
Trump.
Jesus Christ.
Trump.
I think he hates me because of the math equation. I know he really hates me because of the math equation.
Trump. Nikki Haley.
I'll never be able to say anything.
The bag is officially empty and
Can I do one thing? He's now going to.
And let me just stop for a second and speak on this RBR guy real quick. I was watching the other day when Cyber built a program just to get this equation right. Man, I was gonna do a little video about it. I had shorts lined up about it, but I was like, there's no way I will waste time and energy on these shorts doing this because that shit was so ridiculous. They literally built a computer program just to do an equation. And it ain't even like it was a hard. It's 100. It's 100, yo. It's 100. It was funny though. It was so funny. How can you go get mad? He said the program was loud. I'm like, I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna do a video, but man, I was this close to doing a video about that, man. Oh my, they literally wrote cyber. He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm sick of this shit." He came up out the class like, "I'm gonna just write a program right now." It's like, I ended up catching the replay of it. Oh my god, man, that was hilarious. I'm sorry, y'all, but man, wow. Wow. Oh my god, that shit was hilarious, man. Don't say buying shit is pants, y'all. Come on, man. I don't want to think about them two old dudes shit in they pants. They say Trump's a shitter too. I mean, but they damn near 80. What you expect, man?
I'm going to count each pile. What I did was, we are recorders, and so I'm ready to hit vote for the Clive 8 that will go to the Iowa GOP and official. So, how about Clive 8? 1, 2, 3, ready? I'll just do that. Confirm the votes. Says it's processed.
We got a few more minutes because it doesn't seem like they're going to have the results coming in within the next. It's probably going to be later tonight, right? Probably around 11. But let's see. Check out these last two right.
I'm a mechanic, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this new
outlets.
diagnostic tool called PoliTRICKS. I'm a little skeptical, so I ordered one myself, and let's give it a shot.
Joe Seals, creating a unique broadcasting experience that allows you
They're
to
not talking about it.
Her hand one time.
And then was she okay? Was she cool then? Was she the same? Look,
They
it's kind of
all
a bullshit
almost
rule. I
look
think we
the
should
same too. Look at them,
defund the UN. I
man.
think we should be out of the UN. So
Look
you
at
put
them.
somebody there
Glasses,
that wants
some
the
long,
title,
like.
but they don't really do a whole lot. It's part of that liberal economic order world police thing. I think President Trump
These
has
are the
been
cool
pretty,
guys in the
open to the
politic
idea of
game,
getting
though.
out of
Don't get
the
it
UN,
twisted. These are the cool guys.
it benefits us nothing.
These are the
Zero.
cool
So,
kids,
you know,
so to
I want
speak.
to
You know what I'm
jump to a
saying? They
story.
got all the
Keep the
inside
results tracking, but
info.
this is
You know
big
what I'm
news.
saying?
And as we're
They
talking
would
about
be the
Nikki Haley, I think it's
jocks
important
if
to
this
bring
was
up
like
this
literally
video.
football and
Now,
the
I'm not
political.
100% sure this is the correct video.
Not an accurate video. That's from
And they like to
2021.
It's
bully.
not an accurate video. Okay, good. Thank you for pointing that out. Yep. We have this report from ABC News. Houthi fired missile strikes missile strikes a U.S.-owned vessel off Yemen in the
See, they
Gulf of
switching it up already. I ain't even talking about the caucus no more. Oh, let's go. Okay, that's almost the same. Yeah, we got about the Washington Post got it.
What do you think he needs to do to generate that kind of excitement, to appeal to voters that voted for Trump last year or last term?
Well, last two times, in fact.
Okay.
Most of us have voted for him in 2016 and 2020.
Okay, so they kind of project the AP.
To switch off of that.
This is the Washington Post website.
I mean, frankly,
But the AP is projecting that Trump will win Iowa
if the left
race for second
wants
place.
President
So, you know,
Trump
this is the
out of
first
race
one.
so badly, maybe that's a good reason
So they
for us
still
to
kind of
want to
vying
keep
for
him in the
second.
race
New
also.
Hampshire's coming up next. Okay,
I
okay.
mean, he had a great and successful presidency. I sincerely believe that and mean that.
I don't see how you mean that. Okay, and I don't want to be a total 100% down on the Trump. There's maybe one thing that I did like about the Trump presidency, the kind of urgentness for the border to get fixed. I think he went about it the wrong way, and he should have used, you know, the federal law that if you don't have a Social Security, you can't work in this country. I think that would have been the more effective tool, but that's just my opinion. But I do think if you don't have a secure border, you really don't have a secure country. So, I mean, the American in me agrees with that, but the means in which he tried to do it and accomplish that, I think he didn't execute it right. It was too much talk. You know, Mexico's going to pay for the wall, which we knew they weren't. What other country would pay for your country to be safe or to build borders? That's crazy. I mean, and then why wouldn't they build loopholes there? Not loopholes, but safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they build trapdoors or something in the wall so they can get in and out whenever they want? So you would never put your security in someone else's hands. So that was weird to me. But I will say I did agree with him on that one a little bit. But everything else, nah. But the AP is projecting that Trump will win Iowa race for.
Run an 8-year stint instead of only a 4. We've only ever had
We
this
don't
happen.
stop sharing that. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. We appreciate you. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's transition that. There we go. There he is. Told you I handle my biz, but man, we gotta appreciate everybody for coming up. Oh, I'm more than ever. I'm behind in the chat, y'all. So try and catch up. But okay. So it looking like Trump is going to win the Iowa caucus, which wasn't surprising. I think he's going to. But now that I'm starting to think about it, maybe that's the way to go. Because I was looking at an article. Biden is losing a lot of black supporters. It's not even a Trump, it's the third party candidates. But we're going to have a full analysis of the Iowa caucus tomorrow on the live show. I think the live show is going to start between 5 and 6, guys. That might be the right prime time area to do it. So we're going to be doing that. But let me get on up out of here, get ready for work in the morning. Thank you, guys. I enjoyed y'all too, man. We got to release. We're going to start doing more lives, even if it's not about politics, because politics doesn't happen every day. And I want to kind of get consecutive with shows at least do Monday through Wednesday, hopefully Monday through Thursday, and then kind of have the weekend off. You dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to get a little bit more diverse in our conversation. Can't be about politics all the time, just looking like. But we'll see. We'll see. But thanks everybody for pulling up, man. I enjoyed this. And hopefully we got to learn a little bit about how the caucuses work. And up next will be Maine, and we'll be covering that. So y'all have a good night. Y'all have a great tomorrow. And remember, without you, there is no moRON. Y'all have a good night. Peace out, y'all.